One striking example of unconscious biases involves being shown these two faces and asked, who's more American? Well, at some level, this is a ridiculous question. People would laugh when they'd hear it. Barack Obama's more American because he's like American. Tony Blair is British. But unconsciously, you can ask the same question. You could see how quickly it takes to associate these faces with words like American or not American. And it turns out, based on this sort of implicit unconscious test, people are often more willing and quicker to associate the face of Tony Blair as American than the face of Barack Obama. Of course, because Tony Blair has a white face and Barack Obama has a dark face. Now, one response to these sorts of studies, one perfectly legitimate response, I think, is say, who cares? Consciously, we're egalitarian. Consciously, we're non-prejudiced. We have these weird, quirky, unconscious biases that drive our behavior when pressing buttons and responding very fast. What difference does it make? But there's evidence it does make a difference. There's evidence that these unconscious biases play a role in things that matter very much in the real world. So consider some studies by Jack Dovidio and his colleagues. They first did this study in 1989, and what it involved is you give people resumes of candidates, and these resumes have pictures. And what the subjects in the experiment don't know is they were always given the same resume, but half of them got it with a white person, half of them a black person. And then they were asked, how strongly would you recommend this person for a job? Now, if these candidates had strong qualifications, they'd both be recommended. In fact, perhaps the black one is a bit more likely to be recommended than the white one. But when they had moderate qualifications, when it's a judgment call, the white candidate was statistically more likely to be recommended for the job than the black candidate. Not because these people said, I'm a racist, I'm going to do it this way, but rather because they're swayed by this factor that they may not have been conscious of. As I said, this was done in 1989, but they did the same study in 1999 and got the same result, and they did the same study in 2005 and got the same result. So we're at war with ourselves. We have, on the one hand, these conscious beliefs about how we think we should think, how we think we should behave. On the other hand, we have this unconscious system that makes all these sort of decisions and affects us in ways that we might not know about, we may not be aware of. The good news is we're also smart. And part of being smart means that we can structure our world so that we can make it that the unconscious biases matter less.